In this slightly more unusual video, we're going to be talking to a lot of the big brands here at Jet Power, Jets and Props. So if you're particularly interested in a specific conversation, here are all the timestamps so you can cut directly to the one that you want to see. Carlos, we know you from CMJets for one thing. You make great fuel tanks. This, though, is a funny shaped fuel tank.
No.
What is it?
This is one F5 in 1/4 scale. This is made from the Tomahawk molds. Now I'm the owner of these molds and I will produce this plane.
Wow, okay, so it's a plane that we already know. Are there any changes to the mold? It's the same design. You changed anything? Or it's basically taking over?
The same mold, the same 10-inch of construction, but this plane will be total builder. You don't need cut nothing, you don't need glue nothing. All will be built for the customer can paint and install of components.
So basically it's the same plane as Tomahawk produced, but it's going to be more finished than it was before.
Exactly.
Awesome.
The planes will be total finishes.
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't already know what the Tomahawk F5 is, aside from this obviously, how big is it? What are the specs? What's the size, the turbines?
The plane is 1.4.5, one scale, sorry, and is 3.45 centimeters long and 1.95 centimeters of wingspan, and will be around 20 kilograms of weight, final weight.
So it's basically 3.5 meter fuselage.
Yes.
But it splits both behind the canopy.
Yes, you can cut and unscrew the nose for remove and for transport.
For easy transport,
no,
great.
It's complicated.
Turbines?
You can install one turbine or two turbines. From two turbines, the option is from 10 kilograms of power, 12 is recommendable, and for one turbine, 20, 22 kilograms, 25, I think no more.
Okay, so now this one, obviously at the moment, it's still only the first one that you've made. We haven't flown it yet. What is happening next, and when can we expect to see this going out to customers?
The next will be finished, and you will make the maiden flight, and you will be the owner of the first plane. This plane will be for you. Congrats, my friend. And the first customer will receive the first plane, the first kit in early November.
Awesome. So, and it's going to be available both as plug and play.
Yes.
And also as a standard kit. Both.
We offer the kits, complete built, painted for professional painted with the chain that you want, that you chose, with all the cars, all weathering, and the version of plug and play with the material that you want send me for installing the plane, or the material that CMJets sell, jet mount turbines, Powerbox, MKS servos.
JetCat.
Yeah,
anyone's choice.
Another possibility.
Okay, brilliant. So I very much look forward to getting to test and fly it. It's my first jet was an Ultra Flash in the Patrouille Suisse color scheme.
Yes.
Because the F5 has always been one of, if not my favorite jet. So I very much look forward to flying it. Congratulations on the project, and look forward to some happy clients.
Congrats to you for your new next plane.
Thank you, Carlos. Awesome.
Thanks.
So we're here with my good friend and Ivo Krill.
Hey, Martin. Yeah.
You have a new plane for us here at Jet Power, Jets and Props this year.
Yeah.
Looks like a nice, fun little toy.
Okay.
What is it?
What is this? This is a Sukhoi T50, right? So we're coming with this plane, like the first small 1.8 meter length, 1.4 meter wingspan. As you can see, it's different shapes with other new things concerning the best of the 3D characteristic, like the wings together with the elevators. So this airplane looks like the Delta. So this is Delta.
So it's effectively all wing, even though it has a standard setup. So you have elevators and ailerons.
Yeah.
The actual airflow and design is more like a Delta.
Yeah, exactly.
So it should be very agile as well.
We hope so.
Yeah. So the plan for this is also to have vector on the back?
Yeah, definitely will be for the vector, or maybe for the one or the two turbine EDV also. Yes, many of the opinions and the possibilities how to do it, because many aircraft and many models like the electric, many of the jets.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's going to be available both for electric, for turbine, 1 turbine, 2 turbine, vector,
Yeah.
however you want it, you can build it. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and if it's anywhere near as successful as your amazing lineup of Ares has been,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be
We
a very good seller.
We love it. Is the brothers, you know. So every older aircraft, so always there's a small in the middle and the best.
And then-
same like the big RS
Yeah.
3.3 meter length. Yes. So yeah, we're happy.
Do you know what size turbine it's looking for at the moment? I know this is currently a prototype. It's not yet
Yeah.
out. Do you know when it should be out?
Oh,
Hopefully.
5, 6 will be very similar like the Mini RS. So yes, the turbine 5 or the 6 kilos, and approximately the weight around the 7 kilos.
Okay.
So we will see.
When do you think we can buy it?
Oh yes, from the January we started selling
Early.
super engines from the January 2023. Yes, the airplane will be together with the retract gears and another option. So yeah, we will.
Looks good. Look
Yeah.
forward to seeing it.
Yes.
Thank you for talking with us, Ivo.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. Yeah.
Okay, the master, Sebart. Good to see you again always.
Hello to everybody.
And jet power, now jets and props. So you've brought jets and props.
Yes.
Tell us, what's new? What have you brought? What are you showing us?
So this year I bring the brand new PC-21 V2 in 2 different sizes, the 50 class, in
Which
2
is this one,
different
yeah?
color schemes, and the XL, there's a 2.3 meter long, 2.1 wingspan. And yes, these are now with tanks on the wings and with 2 new impressive color schemes. Then we have the V3 of the Sukhoi in 50 class with multiple color.
Which is this one, yeah?
Yes, with carbon look inside and a new wing fixing way.
So we have
Very
the
smart.
nice new quick releases. So getting to the field and going to fly is now
Yeah,
faster than
faster.
ever.
Then we have a new color scheme for Mini Hawk in Swiss color schemes.
Yeah.
Then we have the new Ultimate IMAC plane and 3D plane in 2 new color schemes.
What size is this one?
It's 2.3 meter for 80 and 100cc gas engines.
Okay.
Then we have the new Mini Ares in the different color schemes.
Love the entire Ares lineup fascinates me because it looks like such a precise aircraft. And
Yeah, with Krill is a fantastic operation. They can do full composite plane at the best. This is probably the best on planet now, and
Yeah.
very light, very stable. And we have produced the new. We just finished the T50, the new Sukhoi 2.
yeah,
that is
we
in their
just
state.
spoke to Ivo
Yeah.
about that one as well.
Then with Skymaster, we have under doing now the F14 XXL. This will be displayed next year.
Okay, look forward to that.
As model now we have in on sale for different types from F18 to F16 and so on, and then we will have flying models like PC-29, Sukhoi 27.
So a very complete lineup from small wood scale planes to small and large
Yes, we have
prop
all
planes
we
all the
try
way
do our
to
best
composite
for
and jets. Brilliant. Sebart, always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
for your visit.
We're here with Aerolab, and it's your first time here at Jet Power, Jets and Props with
That's right.
some new planes.
Indeed, very
So-
first time as a Aerolab, and we want to show to the public and to you guys what we can do in our premises over in Italy.
Yeah.
All of the production is made in Italy, 100% Italian materials, everything made in-house.
In-house.
Right?
Awesome. So
We-
our first model.
First
Obviously,
model, here we
sport
go,
jet,
straight away, a sport jet, ready,
big one.
a big one, 3 meters by 3, 290 by 290. But in any case, it's a model developed by us with all the geometry studied by us and everything. It's a big plane, but very easy to fly with a very big wing, very big size wing, as well
Yeah.
a very fatty fuselage,
Yeah.
which also gives some lift as
A
well.
lot of
You know, the specifications of these planes are very easy actually, because it flies from a 14 kilos turbine up till a 20 kilos turbine. So It's really, really for everyone, you know. The kit comes together with the exhaust pipe, landing gear, and the 2 tanks, including the upper tank. Right?
Okay.
Smoke tanks
Awesome.
and 4
Include
liters
everything.
tanks.
Great.
It's available in many different colors, of course.
Yeah.
And for the fair here, we are promoting it with also with the bags to carry it around. You know,
Nice.
so it's the fuselage gets split in
nice.
2 for easy transportations.
Yeah.
And it's really, really a success. So far, so good, really.
Good to see. New brands, new
Indeed.
planes.
Indeed.
Always more
The
choices,
Zephyr
more
is a
fun.
success. Indeed, indeed.
Brilliant.
That's
so,
what it is.
okay, this is obviously your sport jet, which
Indeed.
is nice and big, and then we also have a
Yes,
scale
we have
jet,
a scale
which,
jet, which is-
I've not seen this plane before. I mean, I see it's from our Machinchy,
Exactly.
but what model is it? What?
This is the 211. It's called 211 is a project which was developed back in the 60s, and now the Aeronautica Militare is trying to substitute the old MB339 with a new version of this one, which is called, if I'm not wrong, the 311, something like that. Obviously, they updated with the latest technology and everything, and we decided to propose to the public also the reproduction of this amazing plane.
So this could
Italian
potentially be the new Freccia Tricolori
Potentially,
airplane.
yes.
Potentially.
They're starting to
Interesting.
do something like that. This is the original.
Yeah.
The new
So-
Freccia Tricolore is a kit with 2 engines. It's a little bit different.
Okay.
But the
Similar
basic
design.
come from this plane.
So that's the full size, obviously. This is the model. What
Indeed.
size is this? What kind of turbine are we looking at?
It were 8 kilos turbine to start with, up to a 12 kilos turbine. Right?
So a very handy size
It's
that a lot of
handy.
people have and like.
Our paramount is to build light.
Yeah.
Okay, with a great structure, but in the meantime, maintaining the weight under the other,
Yeah.
trying to be a
Trying to
little
keep
bit
it nice and
different
light.
and keep it nice and light. That's the idea.
Okay. Brilliant. So I think you're about to go fly. So good
Indeed.
luck, and we'll try and get some flying
Few more
flying
minutes,
clips.
and we need to take the Zefiro and the 211 out
Brilliant.
of the jet power.
We look forward to seeing
show
it.
around.
Thank you very
Brilliant.
much.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Have a good one.
So we're here with Frank Turbines, and you have some rather unusual or eye-catching products here. That's a beast of a turbine, but aside from the obvious size, we can see it has a turbofan. It's a turbofan.
Yes, it's a turbofan.
So for those watching, that's what? That's basically a turbine attached.
Yes, a turbine attached by the fan, the similarity of the real plane, and on the Boeing or Airbus. And you have a lot of thrust with a small turbine and a very good fuel consumption.
Yeah, because of course you're not trying to physically turn the whole front end, you're just turning the turbine,
Yes.
and then that's spinning the fan in the front.
It's two-stage turbine.
And then if we go around the back, we've never seen a turbine with this kind of tail cone before.
This is a very special exhaust with constipation with design and for a lot of thrust and very slow vibration and sound, very low sound.
And
So-
reduce the temperature.
Yes, a lot of temperature.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it drops the
It's better
temperature,
to
cools the
reduce
air.
temperature.
Yeah, great. So obviously, this isn't really intended for modeling.
Yes,
this is something used for drones and
Drone
for
or-
UAVs
Yes,
and so on.
UAVs or
Very
or
big
private,
models.
private jets, experimental planes.
Yeah.
Or for generation version for make energy.
So it's obviously the name is a 1500.
Yes.
That is the size of the thrust based on the turbine or
No.
based on the turbofan.
No, it's the Newton meter. It's 150 kilo of thrust.
Okay. What size relative turbine is actually inside
It's a
propulsing
500.
everything? Okay, so it's a
50 kilo.
500
Yes.
producing triple its normal
Yes.
power. Wow. Okay. Serious stuff.
Yes.
And then over here we have a big beast again,
Yes,
not
this-
so much for modeling. Drone.
Drone.
UAV.
It's a UAV, multifunctional drone. You can make targets, or you can take for observation.
How can anyone use that as a target? Well, before blowing it out of the air, I'll have it. so what would be the main purposes? So you can have it as a target.
Yes.
any other uses that it's currently being used for, being sold for, or?
But for everything, you can use for everything. You can make a camera on the front for UAV, sonar, and everything. On the other side, you can make a bomb or a rocket for take out.
Okay.
You can take it for training mission, for training white fighters, and see for white missiles for.
Wow. So, what is the length?
4.15 m.
450. The weight, roughly?
77 kilos.
77 kilos.
And white 500 front turbine FT500.
And it's got the 500 inside. So this isn't for this. This is obviously a lot bigger than.
No, but I have to make a bigger one for this.
For this.
Yes.
How big will that one be?
What?
How big will the version of this for that turbine be?
Two more bigger.
Twice the size.
Yes, twice the size.
We're going to need a bigger tent.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we're now here with our good friends at Electron Retracts. So, what have we got new? I think the first thing on the stand that draws everyone's attention is that is a serious size wheel.
Yeah.
Now we
have
is it?
A new brake for UAPs up to 200 kilograms. We developed a new brake, a new electric brake.
Okay.
Like the real, but instead hydraulic, electric.
Okay, so this really, we're not going to really see this at model air shows. This is going to be for larger industrial kind of applications, UAVs and drones and so on.
Correct.
Okay, so moving on, we now have, of course, we've had for quite a number of years the Electron Evo series, and we now have, they remain, they continue, but you also now add a second range, which is the new NGs.
Yeah.
We already had the 50.
Last year
and this
we
year,
sent the year 50, and this year we have the year 40.
Okay, so what's different between the already very popular and very, very strong Evo and the new red NG?
Yeah, the first is the motor. The motor is different. We use a Swiss-made motor, Maxon, and we also have a Japanese motor option.
But that the option was not really for modeling. That was for UAVs and drone applications.
Applications. Yeah. Then the gearbox is all made in Electron Retracts.
Yeah. So that's done in-house.
Yeah, and all the pieces, and also designing.
Yeah.
In our factory, the spindle is made in steel and the slider in brass.
So that's reversed what we had before, where the Evo was the spindle was in brass.
Yeah, because now we have mod torque 150 kilograms per centimeter, and we need.
Don't catch your finger.
Yeah. We need to change the philosophy.
So the original spindle that was already immensely strong now got stronger.
All right.
Brilliant. And then finally, I think we had the new lineup. We have a new section to Electron, which is Electron accessories.
Yeah, we're very proud to present this.
It's been out for a little while, but of course we've not been to Jet Power, Jets and Props for 3 years, so we have some new things. Tell me what.
Well, we have the servo arms. A new philosophy to make servo arms.
Yeah.
We have special tools to make it. All servo arms are made in 70-75 T6 aeronautical aluminum with M3 screw. We have all servo brands.
Yeah. But as you were saying, you've gone against the flow here in a way, and you're currently using just a single screw rather than the 2-screw system, because you've been able to develop a machining process which allows a perfect fit, as opposed to going what would be the easy way, which is making it close enough and then using that side screw. That's right, yeah? Yeah. Okay, cool. And then what we've got ball links, push rods.
Yeah, you have here the ball link. This is in the market now. You have different threads, M3 and 4, right and left thread, made in aluminum with brass ball, auto-lubricated and don't need maintenance.
Yeah,
and
absolutely zero slop on there, no play at all. And then coming soon?
Yeah, for the next year, we have the complete set of transmission with different lengths. This is our new product, but for the next year, probably.
But you were telling me that the complete set is not going to use standard metric. That's going to have your own Electron thread, which is a finer thread. So so each spin will be less
to adjust more precisely the.
And something that we've never seen before, I think, is that the thread on the kits is actually going to be on the ball link as opposed to the actual rod itself. So the rod is going to be hollow, but being hollow and a larger diameter means it's a lot stronger, less flop, less bend, and then the ball link itself is the one that has the thread on it, this special thread.
Yes.
Interesting stuff, and always great ideas from Electron Retracts. Thanks for talking with us. Thanks. So here with Paritech. So you have quite a few new models this year from the last time we were here. One of them being, of course, the new Hawk. What size is it? Yes, that as well. Start at the beginning.
Yeah. Yes, we have the old Graupner version, BAE Hawk with 2
Okay,
meters.
you've taken over the.
Yeah, and we make
mold?
2 versions. We make a sport versions.
Yeah.
It's easy to transport and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And the full scale version for the world champion.
Okay, cool. So you have full detail, and then for the sports flyer, the every day going to the flying field.
It's the same kit, but we have only the flaps with elastic flap and not with
The normal hinge. Okay, great. So for those who didn't know the original kit, what size is it, or for what turbine should it be?
The turbine is 14 kilograms.
A 14 kilo turbine. Yeah.
Intake, and the size is 1 to 5.3.
1 to 5.3. Awesome. And then you were saying over here we have 2 new prop planes. One of them is for towing. It's a towing aircraft.
It's a Dornier 27, DOS 27.
DO 27. Yeah. What size?
3.2.
3.2 meter wingspan.
No. Scale.
3
Scale.
3 to 2.
Yeah.
3.2. What is the wingspan?
Yeah.
3.8.
3.8. And the motor?
222.
222, yes, of course. You are, of course, the glider kings, so you need the King engine to pull everything up.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
It's very powerful, and you can also fly very, very slow.
Yeah.
It's an original.
Big wing, big flaps, big surfaces.
Absolutely. Yes.
A very friendly aircraft to fly, I guess. Yeah.
And this is a Grob. Here, the original is here in Mindelheim.
Okay. So it was easy to get all the specifications.
Yeah, it's an original 115 for 2 persons and little bit baggage. And it's also a very nice model for flight, for put up, for tow planes, and for fun flying.
It's a beautiful plane, and it's surprising that we don't see more airplanes of this kind of style. It all tends to be more sport, but this one I like.
Yeah.
Again, same question. Motor, what size?
140.
One. Okay, so this one you also for towing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because so you have the power to weight ratio on this thing, just like on the Dornier, is crazy.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
So it's a lot of fun. Uwe, thank you for talking to us.
We have it. We have
Oh.
a small one.
Oh, this would be my favorite, I think, as well.
Yeah.
This is the crazy one.
Yeah, it's very fast.
It looks it.
Yeah.
Very fast. We think we go on 350 kilometers per
350 kilometer
we
hours
think it was-
on that size plane looks like it's about 1,000.
Yeah.
And I see
it's a
it
little
has
turbine.
and split ailerons, so you can use it
you
for
need it
flaps.
For flat butterfly or a crow.
But yeah,
You need it because landing is not possible
yeah.
without.
So just add the crow, butterfly,
Yes.
and then just glide it in. What size turbines? The range?
60.
Was it?
Up to I think up to 100 P100.
Oh, a 100 on this.
Yes.
Then it's
Why not?
powerful.
I want to. Why not? I want to see it. I want to see it with a 100.
You can you can test it by yourself.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Great.
It's not for old men.
No, I believe it. Definitely not for. That's for the younger generation. I'm too old for that with a 100.
Me, we
Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Thanks for
Great
coming.
talking.
Welcome.
Thank you. We're here with Andreas Gates from CARF-Models, the master behind some of the best planes out here.
Yeah.
Now, jet power, now jets and props. and you've made the most of it, and you've brought your latest baby, your latest creation. Baby is not the right word. It's huge.
Yes, it's
the fly baby.
It's a half scale. It's a half scale fly baby. It's big, but this kind of design you can make very light, so it's definitely well below 25 kilo, even with a big engine like that.
Wow,
up to 10.
That's very impressive.
It has been a wooden airplane. It has been a plug we built. We laser cut and built a wooden airplane, covered it with fabric with all the scale details, and then made the mold. So
yeah,
we were able to copy
that really comes across in the finish, because it
right.
seems so unusual to
Yes.
see what is still a composite construction.
Our
Look,
biggest problem was that nobody wants to believe that's a composite airplane. It's
you've
just
done an
everybody,
amazing job
"Is that
in
yours?
convincing us.
Is that yours? Why do you fly wooden airplanes with cars? It's not a wooden airplane. It's a composite, airplane.
It's,
You know, and slowly it sinks in that people
have actually
see it and realize how easy it is to build this kind of airplane now, because it comes out of the mold painted like that.
Yeah.
You just put the parts together, 5 servos, an engine, and have fun.
Definitely. And not only does it fly amazingly well in scale, but we've seen videos, it can even do aerobatics. Heck, we've even seen it hover on a big enough engine.
Exactly.
Which,
Exactly.
not quite to scale, but
Yeah,
for those who want to be able to have fun on one day and scale on another,
you have
all
to
in
be,
one package.
Exactly. You have to be able to excite a customer. You know, if you fly only from right to left, it gets boring after a while, and it decreases the value of an airplane like that. If you know that you can do many things with it, it's always more and more fun and more challenge to fly it.
Excellent. Exactly, absolutely. So that's the prop version. Now, we'll cut over here, and we have the big MiG-17 in what is apparently museum scale.
Yes, right.
So what's that? What's the size, and what does museum scale mean? What's the difference to?
It's a very, very scale airplane where a lot of effort has been put into plugs, into documentation.
All of the.
It's a 1 to 3.7 scale MiG-17. It has a landing gear which we also designed ourselves. It has scale cockpit. It's a big airplane with a very lot of presence in the air. It flies like an aerobatic trainer. It's a beautiful airplane. We made it last year, but we didn't have a chance to present it on Jet Power because there was no Jet Power last year. So this is the first time to have it here. But actually, it has been already pretty popular, especially in America. We sold a lot of them. With this airplane, we started to do like a lot of ARF Plus, which means landing gear, thrust tube.
Yeah, because this is new to you, really. You not only do you now provide the kit, painted out the mold or painted professionally, but you're now also offering additionally the option to have it
2 levels. Yes, 2
built.
levels. An ARF Plus is like a landing gear and fuel tank and thrust tube installed.
Yeah. So you install your own electronics and
all the way
engine?
the way to PNP with a servo installation, whole wiring harness, cockpit install, lights, afterburner.
So you just program it and go fly.
Exactly.
A lot of fun. And then if we go a little bit further back before the MiG, again, sadly no jet power for the last few years. We had what would probably be one of my favorite models as well.
Yeah.
Speed Demon.
Yes, it is. It's a
Bolt.
It's a Bolt. Yes. It has been sort of built on the Lightning, on our Lightning and Ultra Lightning.
One of my favorite planes ever.
But it has a new fuselage. We decided to go 90% carbon fiber, really strong.
90% carbon fiber.
It's a really fast airplane, and we said it's a 500 km/h plane. And we have proven numerous times that with a 250, 260 engine, it absolutely does the 500 km/h. And
a lot of fun.
What is that? 300 miles.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, we saw this fly in Dubai last year.
Yeah, right.
And it's fast, it's agile, it seems very, very precise.
Yes.
It looks like a very good evolution of the Lightning and Ultra Lightning.
One of those few remaining fully ducted airplanes. Because people get lazy, you know, they don't duct airplanes anymore.
And that
with
increases speed,
that increases
precision.
the performance and the precision of that airplane so much. And when you throttle back and you barely hear it go by, then you realize how well the aerodynamics work on that airplane.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for talking with us, Andreas.
You're welcome.
Great to see you again.
Thank you.
One and only, you're back, Ali Machinchy.
Yes.
Welcome back to Europe.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Thanks, Martin. Yeah, it's been a while.
Been too long. We've missed you.
Yeah, I missed Europe too. So 7 years ago, I moved to the USA, moved from England, and yeah, it's been an adventure. It's taken a lot longer than I would have liked to have come back, but having come back now, yeah, it reminds me of all the good times.
Hopefully, won't wait another 7 years until you come back again.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Great to see you flying again today. So today you had the BDX.
Yes, I mean, a big part of why I decided to come to Jet Power this year was midsummer in America. I got a new model from Elite Aerosports called the BDX.
Yeah.
Instantly fell in love with it, and yeah, knew I wanted to travel with it, show it off, enjoy it, and yeah, pitched it to Scott and Pablo, the owners of Elite Aero. And yeah, they were all for it, obviously. And yeah, I get to bring it to Europe. It's the first one here, so all that sort of.
Well, I mean, who better to demo it here at Jets and Props than the one and only? So, what have you got inside it? How big is it? All the basic details.
2.8 meter span. 2.8 meters long, 2.7 meter span. It has a KingTech K210 in it for power. Perfect power plant. I mean, I'd fly it with a 180 happily. I'd fly it with a 260 happily, but the 210's a sweet spot. Spectrum servo, Spectrum receiver, Spectrum gyro, the little cheap AS3000, like €100 gyro. So it's my preferred, like my go-to
setup. Yeah, look, I mean, it looked great, looked very stable, and no matter what you were doing to it, I mean, you're pulling hard on it, having some fun out there.
Yeah, that was my first flight, so that was a warm-up flight for me, shakedown flight for the plane.
If that's a warm-up flight for you, the rest of us, we can just go home, leave you out there.
No. The guys in America joke that when I fly angry is when it's the best. So yeah, maybe tomorrow I can get some stress in it, and you can see it. I mean, what you see in that flight today, if I had to put a number on it, was probably 70% of what it can do. Okay. One of the things I love about the airplane, it's almost like, I call it cheat mode. Mm-hmm. So you can pull it, you can push it, there's no fight. You know, like some airplanes, you're on edge.
The elevator especially just looks like there's no stall. It just pull it and it's just going around the corner.
And the same when you roll, it's got that colossal side area. So when you roll in, like I always get it wrong on my first rolls because I start leading with too much rudder.
Too much going too hard.
This thing goes in, it's so neutral. So yeah, like I say, I call it cheat mode. It fills you with confidence that you're like invincible and you can just pull these square loops or on the knife edge particularly. So I love that.
Brilliant. No, we could see it and it looked great. Thanks for talking to us. Welcome back and come back soon.
Will do.
Thanks, Ali.
Anytime.
We're here with Richard Deutsch from Powerbox, the big brain behind the big brand. And we have here the first Powerbox Atom that I've actually got my hands on. Now, it feels very comfortable, just like my core. Basically the same design, but for all those out there, so we've got the Powerbox Core, which of course is the top of the line radio out there at the moment, with all of the wonderful features and bells and whistles that we've been using. The Atom is effectively exactly the same, but the baby brother, right?
Right.
So for those watching, we know that the Core is effectively 2,500.
Yeah.
How much is the Atom? So let's start there.
It's 1,590.
1,590, so that's basically €1,000 less. Now, this is where it gets really interesting for me. The differences. There isn't that many, right?
It is. It's a very different electronics. We developed that new. It's a little smaller Linux computer.
Yeah.
The difference is not too much, but if you have both together, you see a slightly speed difference.
Yeah. Okay.
The gimbals are the same.
Yeah.
The sensors have less resolution. It's
2048,
but it's still on the top of all radios.
So we're going from the amazing 4,000, which is above what basically every other radio has anyway.
Yeah.
And here we have the 2,000, which is what all other top-of-the-line radios basically use.
Exactly.
So we have that. The Core is 26 channels. Atom is
18 channels. It has 9 flight modes. The Core has 13. The Core has a GPS sensor inside. It has a gyro sensor inside. This bells and whistles are missing in the Atom, but still a complete radio.
But it's still a full 18-channel radio.
Right, it's
full
18
effectively channels. All of the same functions,
yeah.
The amazing telemetry, and the same design, the brilliant screen that you can see in daylight, all-day battery life, and a load of fun. So we're limiting basically just the gimbal resolution from 4000 to 2000, 26 to 18, and the switches come in a predefined setting.
The production is also a little different. You can order the core with all your wishes, and we build it for you.
Yeah.
The Atom production is different. It works. It's a serious production.
Yeah.
So we produce the radios. If you want to have changes, we have to change it. So it's a little extra fee.
So basically, the core, you have to design it for each customer. Right. The Atom effectively will be all the same.
Right.
Brilliant. I think this is going to be very, very popular. Yeah. And it's a big chunk out of the price of the core, which means it's available to a lot more people.
Yeah.
Brilliant product.
That's the idea.
Great. Now, the other two things that you have with us here at Jets and Props, we have two more new things, right? We have Powerbox's first ever servo.
Right.
Now, aside from being blue, tell us.
Yes, it's a new development. It's a 38 kilo servo, very high speed. It has a brushless motor. It has really strong gear, and the special thing on that servo is a full telemetry. So you get with our P2 bus, you get with that servo, you get the voltage, you get the current, you get the torque, and the angle of the arm. All this data comes to your radio. So setting an alarm in the radio gives you a warning. For example, if a servo becomes too hot or takes too much current.
So again, it's another safety feature, basically, to make sure that the servo is doing what it should be.
Exactly.
The voltage is okay. It's receiving the current, the voltage. And you can even check blowback, because if it's showing the angle, you can see if it's getting the same angles in flight as it is on the ground. So, brilliant.
And it has a menu, so you can control the servo from the radio. You can say the servo is, I don't know, it's now on channel 1.
Yeah.
I can go in the menu of the radio and tell the servo, listen to channel.
Yeah, because
16.
it's a bus.
Right.
Bus servo.
Exactly. It takes the channel you give it. And it has a overcurrent protection, so you can turn on the overcurrent protection and tell him it's 400 milliamps, like here, and you can.
And then it will go back to normal functioning.
Exactly.
So this is very similar, really, to the. Sorry, I've forgotten the name. In the Royal, the little adapter that we have that you can plug onto the servo.
Right.
Same kind of thing.
The adapters had been different. If the current was too high, it just turns off the servo. Mm-hmm. This holds with the force you
set. Brilliant. Yeah. The question I'm sure everyone's going to ask, will it also work with a normal receiver output?
Yeah. It's plug and play, and you can connect it to any
whichever system.
Output of the.
Brilliant.
It comes also with the arm.
Ah, nice touch.
Yeah.
And the final thing that we have as well, it's coming out soon, Mercury.
Yeah.
So we have a new Mercury.
We have a new Mercury SR2.
Possibly, or at least for what I sell, is I think most popular Powerbox, or has been for a long time. So it'll be exciting to see. Slightly smaller.
The Mercury is a new one. Goes with the gyro setting. It follows the other Powerboxes.
Yeah, so like the Pioneer and the SR2s, it will have the iGyro sat that you plug in if you want a gyro, or not if you don't.
It's a little smaller than the old one, and it has 16 outputs, and features like the big power boxes, like auto servo matching.
Yeah.
All these things.
All very cool stuff.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Richard.
You're welcome.
Keep up the good work. Thank you. So here with Otto, you've made the most incredible, biggest, heaviest model Concorde that we've ever seen. What's the size? What is the actual size of it?
So the length is 10 meters. The wingspan is 4 meters and 10, and the weight is 150 kilos. And
a smidgen under 150 kilos,
yeah,
right?
Of course. The approval weight is 150 kilos, and the takeoff weight at the moment is 141 kilo. So there's 9 kilo space for plenty of weight for smoke system, pyrotechnics.
Okay. So we need to make one that's slightly bigger. No, just kidding. It's amazing to see, and it's almost impossible to fathom where you start. Not going into too much detail, but how do you come to the conclusion that 10 meters is the correct size to be at almost 150 kilos, but not above?
Yeah. The basis on this is 1 year calculation.
And a year worth of mathematics.
1 year of calculation on mathematics, and maybe also the 40 years experience
in modeling,
in building models. And so far I built all my models by myself. So the Galloping Ghosts, the Turner VFX, the GBL3. Okay, the GBL3 is originally from Aerolab, but they modified it completely.
Massively, So is there a story behind why Concorde? Just because there isn't one flying, or you have
the aircraft I flew so far, it's hard to find the right words. These are all tragic aircraft. So the GB, the Galloping Ghosts, and even if the story is not a tragic story, it's a story with a background, with a mystery background. That's the word. That's a missing word for me. The mystery. The mystery. So the GB, Galloping Ghosts.
So it's almost a fascination for all of the models that you've built, not only this one.
No, it's a fascination on these special aircrafts. There are so many Airbuses, Boeings, and whatever. And friends of mine, they said, "And now you're an airline pilot." I told them, let's wait till the aircraft is finished, and then we talk about it's an airliner or it's a modified jet. And then I like to fly the Concorde like a fighter jet.
Having fun with it. Now you definitely fly it well and put on a good show. It's amazing. So
thank you
we
very
have
much.
4 turbines.
Yep.
Size. What are they inside?
JetCats P300. 4
P300.
4 units.
So we have 120 kilos thrust for almost 150 kilos.
140 kilos.
So you have a really good power to weight ratio for any scale model, and more so in this size.
Power to weight. So the takeoff at the moment is 142. And after 2 circles, I guess 10 liters of fuel are burned.
What is the fuel inside on takeoff? How much?
26 liters. 26 liters.
A 20-liter can for me lasts a long time. For you, it lasts for one flight. Okay. Amazing.
And then the power to weight ratio comes close to 1 to 1. And that's a performance we could see today in the looping. So it's
open the tap and go. No worries at all. And of course, I imagine it gives you immense security knowing that if for any reason, obviously we all love JetCat and they are very reliable, but should for any reason something go wrong with one, you still have a very good power to continue the flight and get it down safely.
This was one of the main reasons. Okay, beside the aircraft is fascinating for me. The benefit was with the 4 turbines close to the fuselage. I did some trials. There's no effect, nearly no effect. If you lose 1 turbine or 2 turbines on one side, you can still fly safe. And also this aircraft is maybe it's simple to build. There's no elevator.
I think everyone watching will disagree with looking at this and saying that was simple, but okay, please continue.
It's a new point of view. It's simple to build because there's no elevator.
Okay, understood. Okay, so to finish off, there are 2 questions that I'm sure everybody wants to know. I'm only going to ask one of them. How long did it take? So you had 1 year of planning?
1 year of planning and 2 years to build it.
2 years. That actually doesn't sound much to me for something of this grandeur and scale.
People always ask me, how can you do this in 2 years? There are people in the world that can play perfect piano. Then there are people in the world that can play perfect soccer.
Yeah.
And maybe I can build aircrafts without long thinking. Just do it.
Yeah. But still,
Maybe,
a lot of hours, most evenings, I imagine.
Course, every day.
Yeah. I said one question. I'm going to add one more.
Yeah.
It's all composite. So there's a mold.
Yep.
So potentially we could see a second one.
Potentially.
Potentially, very carefully wording. Potentially, there's an opportunity for a second one. Very cool stuff. Otto, you're a master. You've done a great job, and you've put on a great show. Thank you for talking with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. There were a load more interesting people to talk with about new brands, new products, new planes, but unfortunately we didn't have time to talk with everyone. Even that, I hope you enjoyed the ones that we did. I personally had a blast talking with everyone, learning about all the new products, and I'm sure that next time we'll get some more people on board. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave us a like, subscribe. I'll see you next time.